Well, I remember back when, no, I remember back when, it's almost feels silly telling this story, but when the Titanic was discovered, I remember that. That was a really profound experience for me, as I'm sure it was a lot of other people across the world. And they had been looking for this forever, and to finally hear the news that they had discovered the location of this lost ship that had been gone for almost, for almost a century, was insane. And to be able to see it with cameras was eerie and spooky and mysterious, really scary almost if you were down inside that sort of submarine floating around so many thousands of feet below the sea, at the bottom of the ocean. That just, to me, that was an interesting thing, and it kickstarted this real obsession or passion for me of abandoned things, sunken ships. I want to know the story of that ship. I want to know the story of that amusement park or whatever it is that's abandoned and been left. And so that spilled over into my world of racing and motorsports. About a decade ago, I started to, just as a hobby, I guess, pin locations on a map on my computer of abandoned racetracks. And now I only wanted to do this with tracks where there was still evidence of the track itself at the location. So if there's a banking or an imprint of the track in the earth or a guardrail or a structure still there, I would document that racetrack. And I wanted, in hopes that maybe one day if I was there near, I might go see it. And the feeling that I get when I go to these racetracks is extreme curiosity about the track itself. What is its story? How did it start and how did it end? Mm-hmm. Who raced there? What was it? What did it mean to the community? And I always wanted to do a show about this, and I just never knew how to really present it to where it would be interesting, because I was afraid that maybe it's only interesting to me. Maybe this is not something that would really land on television or do well. So I was apprehensive for a long time to be able to put this out there. But I've got a production company called Dirty Mo Media. We are always trying to look at new content and great creative ways to do some content. And so we finally got the courage to put this together. And with the insight and help of the production company and the crew, we really tell the story of these racetracks as we go visit them in real time. We went to the racetracks and filmed and learned of the history as you're seeing it. We didn't go in there with an agenda or a storyline already in place. And so we had to go to these tracks and find out what was compelling. What would really be compelling for this television show and for each episode. And the tracks really delivered. And the people that were in those communities and the people that visited those tracks and competed at those racetracks were available to help us tell those stories as well. So here it is. We're finally finished with all of our filming and editing, and it's ready and complete. And people will be able to watch it July 15th on Peacock, on NBC's new streaming platform. And I cannot wait to hear the response. I think people are really going to love it. Not just motorsports fans, but there's a lot of people that are interested in this sort of abandoned mystery of locations and artifacts in history, and people are nostalgic. So I think that this will be fun for a lot of different reasons. The future looks really bright, in my opinion. I think we've got great leadership in the sport. I believe in Steve Phelps, our president, and the people that are surrounding him. And I also think our drivers are becoming better leaders every day. So I'm very proud of what our sport's done over the last several weeks, and excited and proud for their future and where they're going to take us next.